voting for this too, actually. All right, Akuma. Looks like you guys voted him in B tier. 4 of us did A tier, so we're gonna put Akuma in B. I should probably make this like D tier. D tier. And then it's at or below F. So here's the other thing is I'm gonna say we can open the floor to fucking vetoes if we really want to. Let's start by getting these in first. I always like to change the colors in these tier lists. I feel like it makes more sense this way. Refreshing. Okay. So then Alex, C tier, yeah, C tier pretty overwhelmingly. B tier, D tier for one specific individual. So I think C tier is pretty overwhelmingly the response. Chun-Li, universally S tier, yeah, I hope you don't think otherwise. Dudley, universally A tier. He's kind of like, maybe like A plus for me. Elena, B tier, yeah. I think that's where I put her as well. Hugo. Wow, Hugo is by far the most varied. Okay. S tier 1. B tier 1. D tier 4. C tier 6. Yeah, so they're putting him in C tier, but this is probably the most interesting split. Ibuki. What the fuck? Oh, it's Ken. I thought there was Ibuki. I lost my mind. Okay, Ibuki. B tier, D tier, C tier. Okay, so you guys put Ibuki B tier overall. Okay, Ken. 6 and 6. This is a 50-50 split. That's so interesting because I think Ken is pretty much universally agreed to be number 3. So it's just a question of like, is he going up here with Chun or is he down here in A? Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, so Ken's in S tier now because we just got a tiebreaker. So Ken's going up to S tier. Makoto, A tier mostly. Interesting, okay. Q, D tier. A couple of F tiers for this one too. Necro, C tier, B tier, yeah. So B tier barely edging up. I would put Necro B tier. I think Necro's pretty strong. The more I watch Sugiyama, I think more my opinion of Necro goes up, even as I like figure out more about how to fight him. Oro, B tier, A tier. I feel like this is gonna be really skewed in the southeast region because of Boa. Yeah, I think he's like top of B or like bottom of A. Remy, C tier. Yep, that's where I put him too. I don't think Remy is like bad. Oh, did I put Q and F? I think I meant to put Q and D. Yeah, I did. So Q goes up here. Remy. Already did. Ryu, B tier. I would have put Ryu A tier personally. Yeah, we can do B tier. I think with that spread, he's got to be like high A tier. Yeah, do it, Ken. Do it, Pat. Sean, F tier. And 12 also F tier. Wow, you guys think these characters are like worse than Q? I would have. I mean, honestly, wherever these two go, I think Q would have to be there too. Maybe Q is like marginally more playable because he has like an actual win condition. Like, what the fuck is 12's win condition, right? Urien, yeah, A tier. I think that's pretty much undisputed. Yang. Yeah, I think that's pretty much undisputed. What's Q's win condition? Meter, Kara throw, I guess. Yun, yeah, 100% S tier. I'm glad no one's trying to do any hot takes about these. Who is the best character in Third Strike? Okay. This has to be Troy's. Hold on, this 1% has to be Troy's. This has to be Troy's list. There's no fucking way it's anyone else's. You put Yun? Troy, you were like the biggest Makoto hater. There's no way that you think... There's no way this wasn't you. But yeah, it looks like you guys put Sean over Yun. Hugo. And then Weakest character that can win a tournament. Yeah, 12, really? 3 of you said 12. 4 of you actually said 12. Interesting. I'm gonna refresh this. Okay, let me look at some of these individual responses. I wanna, who put Makoto, let me see if I can find it. Who put Makoto as like the best character? I'm really curious now. It's all anonymous, so I can't tell, but one of these has to. Sean can win a tournament? I don't think Sean can win a tournament. Let me look at these responses again. A summary. Okay. So just to kind of figure out in order, roughly. So let me think. It's like Dudley is all A tier. There was no dispute on him possibly being S, so he's gonna sit in A. I think if Pat did his, he'd probably say Dudley's S, just knowing him, but I don't know. Elena's B tier. Hugo's C, like super disputed C tier. Buki's pretty D tier. Okay, so Ken's S tier. Makoto is A tier. So I think with this spread, we have to put Makoto. Oh, 14 responses. Okay, now we'll look at this again. So with this spread, I think we need to put Makoto at the top. Yeah, Ken put Dudley in S tier. Then we gotta put Makoto near the like at the top here, top of A. You bounce find yours between teams and singles. Okay. So Q is like, I mean, this is like a pretty weird spread to be honest. Q is like one of our only D tier residents, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Necro. So this, a lot of you guys thought he was C tier, so I think Necro is probably towards the bottom, which is where we have him. Remy. This is kind of like lower C tier for sure. Some of you guys thought Ryu was E tier. One person thought he was C tier, so I think Ryu goes up. I mean, he's already at the top there. Actually, I think Goki goes above him with those spreads. Yeah, and Sean is now split 50-50 between D and F tier. And then one person put him C tier. 12 is, oh well, now 12 is split. I don't know if it really matters. I feel like these could be here. You put Chun Yun S plus in the, or have Ken, Makoto, Dudley be A plus tier. Do you guys agree with that? Urian. Yeah, Urian's pretty high A, but not as high as those. Yang is like right above Urian. Looks like this is how that's going. Yun S. Yeah, people are definitely skewed towards Chun. Okay, so wait, let me ask you guys. Let me make a new list, okay? So this, we'll make this A plus, and we'll put this like this color, I guess. Okay, so what if we put Dudley and Makoto here, and then Ken's like right here? Does that look better to you guys or no? I'm asking mostly just the people who participated on this. Top 6, Yang is a criminal, yeah. But do you think Yang is like up here with these three? See, I personally, like, I think I'd have... Well, I don't know. I think Yang teeters for sure. I think these three right here, I'd probably put up to A tier. Oro, Ryu, and Nakuma. Thanks.
Richter tipped $6.90. How's it going, man? I guess I should say Skipper. Got word that you're doing a charity stream, so here's a couple of bucks. Cheers.
Thank you, Richter. I really appreciate it, man. Nice to chat with you again. Yang hard 6th? I mean, I think Yang's really strong. I don't think he's up here. I would say maybe Yang would be up here, but I think this is kind of like pretty undisputed. So this is our B tier. I'm gonna go back to checking the results. We're at 15 responses now. I'm guessing Troy did his. Yeah. Yeah, same. Do you guys really think that Akuma, Ryu, and Oro are B tier and not A tier? I feel like out of these three, actually, I'd probably say Ryu to me is like the most proven. Yeah, I feel like Ryu would be A. Yeah, I think this is a lock. I think this is like the undisputed top 7, in my opinion. I think you'd have to have a really interesting point to argue better than these. Yeah, that's almost exactly what I think, Pat. I'd maybe put these 3 up here. Yeah. Okay. I actually think, no matter how you tier this is pretty close to the order of the game I'd put in. I'd maybe put Akuma below Ryu, to be honest. But that's like just splitting hairs. I think this is all good to me. I don't think Necro is any worse than this. Thanks, Neon. Thanks for the games as always. I'll get you next time. So, how about this C tier, okay? Alex, Hugo, Remy. Do we have any hot takes about this? Is there anything, are we feeling a certain way? See, if you ask me, I think Hugo's the best of these 3 characters. I don't think Hugo's B, though. You think Alex is the best in team settings? That makes sense, yeah. Like, Alex in a 1-1, I think. So Alex can just smother you. Yeah. I think Remy for sure stays here. I don't think Remy's as good as B tier, and I don't think he's nearly as bad as you. I actually feel like the gap between Remy and then these 3 is, like, pretty big. That's me, though. That's kind of my experience, like, playing him a little bit and also obviously playing against him. But then also, like, watching Piero play, I feel like his damage potential's pretty high. Alex has reward luck, yeah, I completely agree. Alright, take care, Jen. Yeah, I think Q is better than these 2 for sure. Alright. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, a lot of you guys think 12 can win a tournament. Alright, I mean, I think I'm gonna lock this in. I think this is our tier list. Like, this is our community tier list. Alright, guys. Let me save this really quick. Download image. Okay, cool. Alright, so there's one last thing I think I want to do.